Hello, my name is Paulina Connolly. I'm a marriage family therapist in the Reno Sparks area. I have been in the mental health field for about 10 years. I've worked with various populations of all ages, and I specialize in early childhood treatment. So every parent wants their child to be happy, healthy, and successful. And research shows that there are three important pillars that hold the foundation for happy, healthy children. And that is through stability, safety, and security. There are two important ways that can help promote those, and that is through routines and I love you rituals. So think of a routine as brushing our teeth, and an I love you ritual would be the way that we say good morning and the way that we say good night. So routines are ways that we structure our day. Routines provide a template throughout our days. So we're able to be more successful because we know what to expect, which is important for adults and children, but especially for children because so much of their lives is out of their control. So to provide those routines helps them maintain structure throughout their day, and they're able to be more successful in completing tasks. Routines help them develop an internal clock for themselves. So at a young age, they're able to anticipate what's coming next throughout their day. They can be more successful and they can function through their day with safety and security. This translates into adulthood as children grow, where they feel more safe and secure throughout their day. I think about today and for myself and in the pandemic that we're living in, having a routine is so essential and it's so helpful. I'm able to be more productive. I'm able to feel more secure throughout my day. It's nice to have structure because when I don't, for me personally, it feels so chaotic and out of control. And so a routine is essential for providing that security and that stability, not for children, but adults as well. So another component that I wanted to talk about is an I love you ritual. So think about when you come home from work, how do you greet a loved one? Do you give them eye contact? Do you give them a gentle touch? Are you playful? So an I love you ritual encompasses those three components. It shows eye contact, gentle touch, and playfulness. So an I love you ritual creates relationships and bonds, which can be developed in infancy, through childhood, and adulthood. It sends messages of unconditional love. It helps in creating a secure attachment between a parent and a child. And it also helps ground children and parents to the present moment. So it creates a safe space. So an example of that would be for my daughter, every morning I sing her a song. It has been consistent for her since she was an infant. She's 2.5 now. So I sing her the same song, and I also sing her a song in the evening, and we read a book. So having those consistent I love you rituals gives her more security and safety throughout her day. She knows that she's connected to a caregiver. It may be in the home, and it also may be in a different environment that will create that safety. For example, if we go on vacation and she's feeling a little bit unease because it's a different environment, her life feels a little bit out of control because it's an unfamiliar space, but I can still incorporate those I love you rituals that'll give her some safety and security throughout her day. And I also wanted to add the importance of routine. So also going on a trip with a child changes up their routine, which is very difficult at times because it changes their sleep schedule, their mood changes, their energy. And so we try to provide as close of a routine that we can at home. Of course, we're on vacation, so it's going to be modified, but as much as we can incorporate that routine in the I love you ritual, it'll help children be successful because it provides them with that safety, security, and stability during times of change and transition. We can also take the example of right now in the pandemic. So a lot of change is happening for children and families, a lot of instability. And so what a way to connect and ground children and give them that secure attachment and continue to grow those strong bonds is through I love you rituals. So I wanted to give an example of an I love you ritual that can start in infancy. So we can start building these with babies. For example, the game of peekaboo. So peekaboo, where are you? I see you. So creating that playfulness, the gentle touch, and also giving that eye contact is very beneficial for long-term brain development and success. So let's talk about the magic of eye contact. So eye contact is very powerful because it helps in brain development of children, and it also promotes cooperation and focus. It helps with attention span. So starting in infancy, through childhood, into adulthood, it really helps with future learning and ability to function in school and in workspace. So it also promotes the growth of a neurotransmitter, dopamine. So dopamine helps us with focus, attention span, motivation, and also experience pleasure in emotions when we have a successful social interaction. So we feel happy. Dopamine helps with that. So when we think of children who are raised in environments where there's a lot of bickering, where there's a lot of tension in their home, their levels of dopamine are lower. So those children really struggle with hyperactivity, inattention, difficulty with completing tasks, and also they struggle with reading social cues. So eye contact is a really important part in the development of brain that can help in all these different areas. So the second part is gentle touch. So think about a time when you experienced the soothing power of a gentle touch. Gentle touch can make a person feel secure, make them feel validated, provide that safety for them and stability. So we could not live without a gentle touch. Gentle touch has been studied throughout the world. And there's a particular study that I'm thinking of that was done in the 1920s by Dr. Henry Chapman, where he studied babies and babies that were living in institutions. They were provided their basic needs, such as food and shelter, but they were not touched. So the babies that were not touched, 100% of them died. So without touch, we could not survive. Touch is essential for our livelihoods. So we need to be touched, especially as babies in early childhood and throughout our lifetime. Touch provides us with that experience of unconditional love, safety, security, but it also promotes brain development and learning. With touch, there is actually a nerve growth hormone that is developed through touch, which helps us with learning, which can help children later on in their success in school. So last but not least is playfulness. So playfulness is really important because it sets up the foundation for our social, emotional development with others throughout our life. So incorporating the I love you rituals with eye contact, gentle touch, and playfulness can be so essential in times of transition and change. So I wanted to tie these together. How can I love you rituals and routines help children be healthy and happy? So with the structure of routines and the connectedness of I love you rituals, children thrive because these two techniques provide them with safety, security, and stability. I want to thank you for sharing this time with me today. It has been such a pleasure presenting on this topic. I think it's so essential and so important, especially in times of uncertainty, transition, and stress. If we can provide these things for our children at this time, it could be so helpful for their long-term success in life. If you're interested in learning more about specific I Love You rituals, this book by Becky Bailey is called I Love You Rituals, and it's very helpful. I would also like to thank the Reno Resilient Project for having me speak today. It has been such a pleasure, and I really appreciate your time. Take care. Thank you.